Both had 19 in the first quarter. Whoa! 5 feet behind the line. Patient. Brandon's had a nice fourth quarter. Hornets lead by 8. 1-1. From Cheeto Hills. Brandon Miller's got 24. Miles Bridges got 23. A quarter 3.
Get by Luka. Instead of ball tipped. I mean, that's a tough shot. Just for good measure.
Bridges, plenty of time. Musa keeps the possession. And LaMelo cashes it in. And LaMelo has decided to fire for another 3. He makes it! This guy's crazy! I love it! That's called living LaMelo Loco.
No doubt. Dribbles the ball. I'm sure the coach said pull it out.
They were the loudest, most controversial family in basketball. A father who couldn't stop talking, sons who were hated before their careers even began, and a brand that was mocked as nothing but being overhyped. LeVar Ball promised the world that his sons would dominate the NBA, that they'd build an empire, and that they were all destined for greatness. But the world just laughed, as they claimed not only did he exploit his sons, but they labeled him as the worst thing to ever happen to basketball in 100 years. But here's the thing, because everything LeVar promised actually came true. From multi-million-dollar deals to LaMelo and Lonzo Ball's dominance, the NBA's most hated family proved everyone wrong. But how did they do it? And why did so many people hate them in the first place? Well, to figure that out, we have to go back to the early 2000s. LeVar Ball, alongside his wife, Tina, had welcomed 3 sons into the world: Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo, a trio that their father had huge plans for. LeVar, given that he worked as a basketball coach out of his Chino Hills home, was not only always present for his children, but was frequently not only training his sons against each other, but also older players from around their neighborhood.
They were always the smallest on the court, because when you're 6 and 7,
it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. Right now, you've got 2 paths. You can keep trading like a retail trade.
Against somebody who's a 12, 13, and 14.
The smallest one, yeah.
You very small. Melo always been small. He was 11 years old playing in 17U.
Wow.
AAU.
Leadership, which saw all 3 of his sons skyrocket into becoming prized prospects for various prep schools around the United States. However, the Ball boys took a much different path than other potential NBA players, with the trio opting to attend their local public school, Chino Hills.
I've always told him, it's not the school to make the dude, it's the dude to make the school.
While it did take some time for LeVar's master plan to come true, as the 2015-2016 season rolled around, all 3 of his sons had made it onto Chino Hills' varsity team and were ready to chase a California state championship. A goal that not only would the flashy, fast-paced, and exciting Ball family-led side achieve, but they did so by incredibly not losing a single game. But this wasn't the only goal the Ball's father had in mind for his children.
Now, my preference, like I said, is the Lakers, but for my sons, all of them, I want to make sure all of them get to the NBA, and that's the goal.
And with Lonzo ready to head off to UCLA to begin his collegiate career, and the other 2 Balls also having scholarships to represent the Bruins, LeVar was just a few years away from potentially having all 3 of his sons playing in the NBA. However, this is where things start to get truly insane, because thanks to Lonzo's incredible freshman season for the UCLA Bruins, in which the potential NBA guard would average 15 points, a nation-high 7.7 assists, whilst also shooting 42% from 3, LeVar would make some very interesting comments.
You think he can be as good?
How y'all doing this evening? What's up? I thought this was an interesting topic to talk about because nobody is giving this family their due. So I just felt like maybe this was my lane to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like Jello is the one that kind of messed up the trio game plan, but it worked out in his favor because he's a rapper now that got signed by Def Jam, and they did a deal for $13 million. You know, something that he probably was gonna make in the pros as a rookie coming in, and they did a great deal where he owned his masters, and you know, so he did play in the G League, which makes him a legitimate pro ball player, and they even played overseas as a pro ball player. So it's like sometimes the plane get derailed, but you know, you keep going with your dream. And it was just really crazy how this Joker, his family just bought him a Lamborghini for his birthday, and he over in China stealing, which was crazy to me. And it just go to show that stupid ass kids will be stupid ass kids, no matter how much and how wealthy they are or how underprivileged they are. You know, stupid ass kids do stupid ass shit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this joke over there stealing in China, which you know, I thought he was being a follower, but he was the ringleader allegedly. And I thought the guys was ragging on him like, "Oh, you trust fund baby ass, you know, you ain't gully, you ain't this." But they said them guys was following him. You know, they all was in there stealing, and then you know they get on academic probation and couldn't play, but they could attend school. So Jello, LeVar Ball said, you know, we gonna go pro. The rest of all the other two boys want to go pro, and then they went over to Lithuania, and he started his own little league, and the rest is history. You know, the tennis shoes really didn't do what they wanted it to do, but I guess the eldest ball kid that went with Chicago, I think he with Cleveland now. I think Um, you know, he was the experimental guinea pig with the shoes, but uh, LaMelo, the youngest boy with the Charlotte, signed with Puma and multi $200 million deal, and you know he doing this thing, and to me that boy look like Magic Johnson out there. He's very flashy when he pass that ball. You know, he just something to watch, and that's why I call him Whodini on the court. That dude be like, you know, he like you know, to me, he's like a Kyrie Irving. He's just making up stuff as he go, and he's so crafty. It's just a must watch when he play because you don't know what's something exciting that he's going to do, and I think that's what we loved about Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And it was just the tricks and the flashiness and the you know that's why everybody loved Magic Johnson and the Lakers of the past. They brought the the showmanship to the court, as well as competitive playing. You know what I'm saying? But they gave you a show. That's why I said, if you watch the Tank and the Tyrese versus, I believe that Tyrese would have won because he was showing showmanship, whereas Tank was just trying to be too cool for school, and he was just singing. Yeah, that's what they was there to do, but I'm not there to see you take off your shirt. That's for the ladies and all that. So, I want to see a performance of you really getting into your bag with your hit records, and like Tyrese gave it up. He had the atmosphere, the women on the stage, you know, what I'm saying? That's what I like to see, set the mood and the vibe of the ambiance and whatnot. And he had his girl and her crew on the stage, and then he kept switching up in outfits, up there, smoking his jack, like, yeah, we doing this, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, he brought everybody on stage singing like, okay, damn, it was the verses between you and him, and I know they all do it, but I was like, but if I had to cast a vote, I would have voted for Tank because Tank from DC. I support all DMV anything. So yeah, so Tank was gonna get my vote. But other than that, Tyrese would have won. But when he brought Jamie Foxx on stage, he shut it down. And that was the end of that. And then of course Latoya Luckett. Um, of course Beyonce is the queen bee, but Latoya Luckett, I think, uh, will give Beyonce a run for her money more so than any other member of Destiny's Child. But I've been saying it need to be a Destiny Child reunion of all the members. You get what I'm saying? So whoever listening to me and have any influence, they need to talk to the powers that be that can put that together. And the world want to see all the members of Destiny's Child together. And they need to do an album and they need to tour. That'll be a big money maker. You heard it here first on Streets Finest Podcast with your boy Big Dave. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? I felt like coming on hollering, So what's good with y'all, man? But yeah, we talking about the Ball brothers, Mello to be exact, and how he's a wizard on that court. So yeah. So that's how we giving it up. You know what I'm saying? And how the Ball family was doubted, and you know, uh, LeVar Ball made a believer out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I heard he had a foot amputated, so he ain't been in the limelight. I think he had diabetes real bad. I don't know what it was. I don't know. It might have not been from diabetes. I don't know. But I heard that he underwent an operation and had his foot cut off. I don't know. That's what I heard. And I can Google it, but I don't even want to do that. And the shot ugly as a mug. It's ugly as a mug. But he done mastered that shot. And it's hard to defend.
Big strong body, splits a couple of defenders, lays it in. Step back for LaMelo. Oh my goodness. Totally different offense from yesterday. I'm telling you what. I've noticed everything he does decisively.
Yes, and his body control is.
I think he's the better ball out of all three of them guys. And I heard he hit 100 points in high school. Yeah.
LaMelo, shot clock down to 5.
All Miller, Diabate, Sion James now into the contest with Miles Bridges. LaMelo. Oh my goodness.
LaMelo going to work on his high school nemesis. Retribution for LaMelo. Take that, Ethan Thompson, and your Bishop Montgomery High School. LaMelo. Beautiful finish in the left hand. Patience. 0 of 3. Didn't want to pull up a 3. Look at the ball handling there. Goes around and between and then hangs the left hand.
He ain't got to just shoot jumpers. He can take it to the rack, too. He bad with it.
Chicken salad! LaMelo saves the day! LaMelo! Oh, just took advantage of Penda. Yeah. LaMelo ball here behind the back. Swim move over the top, Euro around the Silva. George has got a lot of freedom. Played 69 games last year.
It's fun watching him play. It reminds you of Kyrie Irving and Magic Johnson put together.
That's what stars do. Howard Sexton back in. Ball, step back, Jay. Crooked, the 3.
That's tough.
Crazy.
That's tough. Tiger Woods in front of the bottom. That's some range and quickness in the step back.
Assist as well. Right in front of the Nick Vince for his heart. And ball connects, and him and Hart having a laugh. Basically a cheap shot. I apologize to you publicly. That's all right, buddy. LaMelo Ball watching. Hits that one. See, this is where you see this young man that's got incredible, kicks it out nicely to McNeely. Good team out of Knicks here. Staying with their man. And hits another 3 and a foul. I mean, that's effortless.
So you got to play him from distance.
He was practicing that shot when he was 14 years old. Now a little step back. He loves that step back, too.
26 big ones. Look out, Wilt Chamberlain. LaMelo. High up the window. What an answer. Chance for a 3-point play for LaMelo. Hornets had to go to defense. Culpepper picked up 2 fouls quickly on Embiid. LaMelo, a one-footer on top of Kelly Oubre.
His highlights is crazy.
Musa missed the game a week ago. Has only missed 1 contest all season. 4 consecutive triple doubles for
He's
Jalen
crazy.
Johnson.
He's crazy on that court.
Johnson, great chance of being an all-star this year with the numbers he's put up. LaMelo cuts behind the line and keeps it going. LaMelo, heat check. Josh Green, Miles Bridges, Sion James, LaMelo Ball, Ryan Culpepper, the 5 on the floor for the Hornets. The beat continues for number 1. LaMelo turns the corner. Score the goal! It's good to have your star back now. On their feet. Respect some center. LaMelo! A little bit of an eyebrow fake. Result
to 2 for LaMelo. Hornets should not hurry here. The kill shot.
Kill shot.
And it's tipped by Harper. This kid's got instincts for days. Connecticut gets it back. Ball to the rim. Bridges finishes.
Instincts by both rookies. Everybody needs to catch their breath. Look at that steal by Con right there. LaMelo never brought the ball down. Perfect pass. Oop to oop. Throw it through Miles Bridges.
The whole park now runs on Xfinity. Actually, the network can heal it.
With gravel in his gut, spit in his eye. Perfect timing, waits.
Insertion of PJ Hall at the end of the second quarter. He has played 5 seconds now in his Hornets career. LaMelo Ball from 5 feet behind the line. Giannis Antetokounmpo has only played 17 minutes.
Uh-oh, striding to the table.
Woo!
Just like
From the logo.
He's getting healthier by the day.
Miller works on Allen. Almost stumbled. LaMelo with a drifting three as LaMelo Ball.
A difficult three-point shot. Good defense. Look at that defense. That's perfect defense. Nice glass, but he relocates, and that offensive rebound always gets the defensive team in scramble mode.
LaMelo! He only had 3 points in the first half. He's got 3 right there.
Larry Bird, David Robinson,
4 points. Those 2 combined. LeBron James.
Hey!
How about LaMelo? A quick 6 for the kid from Chino Hill. In Uptown against the Hornets.
Chino Hill.
Real weapon. LaMelo hangs and hits.
Yeah. Anytime Luke is in front of you, you got a live dribble. Give him.
Doncic now at 25, had 19 in the first quarter. LaMelo, 5 feet behind the line.
Patient.
Brandon's had a nice fourth quarter. Hornets lead by 8. 1-1. From Chino Hills. Brandon Miller.
Chino Hill.
Has got 23. A corner 3.
Get by Luka. And that ball's tipped. I mean, that's a tough shot. Just for good measure.
Bridges, plenty of time. Musa keeps the possession. And LaMelo passes it in. And LaMelo has decided to fire for another 3. And that's it! This guy's crazy! I love it! That's called living LaMelo Loco.
No doubt. Dribbles the ball up. I'm sure the coach said pull it out.
What did he say? Living LaMelo Loco. That's what's up. Put some respect on that family name. That's what y'all better do. And you know that.
last time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Now we got it back like it used to be. I want you to always be a part of me. And no, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. If you don't want me to, no, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Stop loving you. No matter what you do, baby, this could be the last time that we fall in love again. Oh, and I just can't believe the love I'm in. No, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Can't stop loving you.
All eyes on me.
Baby, I've been such a lucky girl. Almost let you slip right out of my world. And it's so nice just to hear you say, I can hear you say, that in my arms is where you want to stay. And no, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. If you don't want me to, I say I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. No matter what you do, baby, this could be the last time that we fall in love again. And I just can't believe this spell I'm in. No, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you, loving you. I ain't gonna stop now. Stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving. No, I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. If you don't want me to, I said I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. No matter what you don't want me to. Baby, this could be the last time that we fall in love again. And I just can't believe this love I'm in. And I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. If you don't want
You know, I had a really.
All right, so listen up closely because I.
listen for. And I'm tired. I'm talking. Sick and tired of the same old thing over and over. You sleep here playing with my baby. You keep messing around playing with my heart. Things that you say they don't have no meaning. And that is why I know we're gonna have to part. Stop playing with my heart if you don't mean it. And stop playing with my love if you don't care. Don't go around making jokes about how you using me. 'Cause I ain't got no heartaches to spare. Just keep on running away, run away, run away. Don't come around holding me and kissing me, talking all that jive and getting my feelings on. Then leaving me and running off to someone else's arms, waking up my heart and soul and leaving me stuck with all my tears, heartaches and emotions.
Lamelo's had a heck of a night.
This has been an onslaught of threes in the third quarter. Anthony Gill is in his 6th NBA season. He is 33 years of age.
Wanted me to give a shout out to Jenna back home watching.
Wow, good golly. Hornets have made not just summer sausage anymore. Look what I found. PJ Hall will rebound. LaMelo! Word. Yes! It's going up. Yes! The best third quarter ever!
Oh, give it everybody with a good rear contest by LaMelo. 2 contested. That's second effort D.
Oh, my goodness! Green in the blender just torched him. LaMelo backs away from Herder. Shot falls for LaMelo. And we're tied.
Love that mismatch.
Closing in on the 7-minute mark of our fourth quarter. LaMelo. Got it! Another 3 for the kid.
Fun every single night. LaMelo took corner. Step back, knew it was down, hold the follow through.
Shot clock down to 3. LaMelo's going to have to fire from Nantucket. Got it! Live and LaMelo loco here in Boston.
LaMelo right here.
Look, La Vida Lo, what is that? LaMelo. I like that.
Options, but then he blows by him and says, watch this. VC put him in the basket.
A little ball against an all-defensive team selection, and then Thompson.
LaMelo for three. LaMelo's ridiculous. This is a high-level defender. LaMelo just rhythm dribble between the legs just to get him to freeze, and he practically shot that off.
Nobody stopped the ball. LaMelo surrounded by White. Copperfield from his knees. Hornets lead by 14. They led by as many as 24. Another alley-oop. It's one to Miles. Oh, LaMelo playing his best game of the season.
No doubt. Everybody's watching number one. He said, there's my hot flyer. Throw it up.
That is assist number 9 for Devin Booker to go along with his 25 points. Ball with that one leg and step back three.
And then Melo with the pullback. Watch the one leg three.
Timeout.
That's what it is.
LaMelo will set up shop. He's got Fontecchio in front of him. That means it's go time.
Oh, how good is that? Lost control of the ball. Put him a standard contract to keep in the G League. Too good for that.
Oh, how good a ball is LaMelo shooting tonight?
He was. So Melo right there realizes Prosper can't get out to him. He's going to drop that.
Double barrel pick right there for LaMelo. And he fires through 40.
Yes, he does. So brilliantly.
Miller had it tipped by Hayes. Shot clock at 3 for Melo.
Now he's just showing off. Granted big.
Yeah, he's going to pull the trigger. I mean, not going to hesitate at all. And we talked about it earlier, his drive.
Keyshawn Salon in the game for the Hornets. LaMelo, 1-2. Bottom of the well for number 1. LaMelo, his first field goal, spins it in.
Tough one there.
As I stated, I'm just showing highlights of LaMelo Ball, how he's a wizard on that court. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he reminds me of Magic Johnson and Kyrie Irving put together in one. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just thought, I said, let me do something on him tonight, highlight him. All right, we in the section of my video. I like to talk about some Black history. So the Black history I'm talking about is the Victor Glover, which is a Navy captain, astronaut that then went up to the moon. Him and 3 other astronauts. I think 3 men and a woman. 3 men and a woman. And he's the only brother that's on the Aramis 2. So I think they're on their way back, if I am mistaken. And yeah. So let's acknowledge that brother for what he doing, you know. And so that's my Black history right there about Victor Glover, the first astronaut, African American astronaut that is that done on a spacecraft that done went to the moon, that is orbiting around the moon, and they on their way back. So yeah, let's give props to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. No. What's on the menu for today? I think the biggest news was about President Trump was going to nuke Iran at 8/19, yesterday, and of course it didn't happen. Thank God it didn't. And I just hope that they can just come to a conclusion, and nobody else got to get hurt. Or they shot one of our planes down, and two of our soldiers was rescued and survived the plane crash. One of the soldiers hid in the crevice of the mountain. You know, he got away from the aircraft because he knew they was coming to get him, and he climbed up in the mountain. It's a movie called Black Hawk Down. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to see it because the extreme training that the military go through, once you see that movie, A Black Hawk Down, you'll understand why that training is so vigorous and important. That man was running. I think his name was Orlin Wilson. That was the star of that movie. He ran for his life the whole movie. And his team came and got him. But he had to make it to the rendezvous spot, which was at the top of the mountain. And the enemy, I think he was in Bosnia, I think, or Brazil somewhere. And anyway, it was a sniper hunting him on foot. And it was like the same scenario, like our American plane had went down, and his co-pilot broke his leg and told him to go. I'll be okay. Of course they killed him, but he ran. He was running for his life, and they told him you need to get to the rendezvous at the top of the mountain, and nonstop he ran for his life, and his condition saved his life. And he got to the top of the mountain, and they had a tank that was getting ready to blow him away. And he was on some, I'm going out on my own terms. I'm not going to let these jokers kill me. And he jumped off the cliff. Why the goddamn Black Hawk, his team, when he jumped off the cliff, why the damn plane was hovering, that brought, okay, it was a soldier upside down. When he jumped off the damn cliff, he jumped to the plane and grabbed his guy hand and arm, and the plane came up from the cliff and flew off with my man hanging upside down holding his arm, and got him to safety and got him in the plane. The whole movie went crazy. The whole movie went crazy. It was such an epic ending. But that man ran for his life, and the conditioning that he was in, the training, saved his life. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this soldier got away from the plane, and he ran to the mountain and hid in the crevice of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? And got signal to our air forces and our team here in America, and they sent the jets to go get him. You know what I'm saying? So we might not never know who this guy is for his safety, but yeah, it was awesome. You know what I'm saying? So just thought I throw that out there. But That was just a real epic right there. John Boyega says he doesn't connect with LOTR, Lord of the Rings, or Game of Thrones due to lack of black representation. Yeah, that's the dude from Star Wars. If y'all don't know who he is, or last time you saw him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. All right, I'm just giving y'all a little some tidbits. I'm freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing scripted over here. We from the dome. We like it to be raw and creative, if you will. Ain't nobody giving you stories about the ball, LaMelo Ball. Ain't nobody giving you no stories. You know what I'm saying? And because nobody is doing it, that's why I'm doing it. You feel me? Yeah. But nobody talking about the Ball family. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
LaMelo, his first field goal, spins it in. Tough one there. LaMelo, great balls of fire. Seems rewarding for everyone.
He's just a special talent at the end of the day.
Whenever I talk about LaMelo, he gets mixed up. Right on time, man. Right on time, man. Big, strong body, splits a couple of defenders, lays it in. Step back for LaMelo. Oh, my goodness. Totally different offense from yesterday. I'm telling you what. I've noticed everything he does decisively. Yes, and his body control is just at a next level. Oh, yeah! A one-footer from Waxahachie. Sexton.
What do you say? A 1-footer for Waxahachie. I don't believe there's no Waxahachie. It might be though. I don't know. If y'all know what Waxahachie at, y'all let me know.
Paul Miller, Diabate, Sion James now into the contest with Miles Bridges. LaMelo. Oh my goodness.
LaMelo going to work on his high school nemesis. Retribution for LaMelo. Take that, Ethan Thompson, and your Bishop Montgomery High School.
All right, I'm getting ready to shut this thing down, man. I've been up since 3:30. But I had some time. I said, man, let me get on and holler at the folks. My folks, which is you guys, I thank y'all for the love. And, showing support.
Make it a place you'll never forget. BetMGM Sportsbook. Make it
I got something special that I'm going to do for my 5th anniversary of the Streets Finest podcast. I like to be creative and give you a nice, show far as a photo shoot. And then I'm celebrating 5 years. So I'm going to get a special piece to commemorate the 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing numbers, and yeah, and if I haven't said it, I'm going to say it again. This is a hobby. I'm not monetized, and I just do it because I actually started out in school doing mass media. That was supposed to be my major, and I wanted to do screenplays and try to go to Hollywood and sell some material and get a fat check, but that didn't work out. And my plan B was to become a cameraman for a TV station, but life got the life in it and it didn't work out. But the fact that um, streaming came about, God bless the pioneers of streaming and the folks that God gave the genius to orchestrate and put streaming together. I'm before you guys now. So it's like what I was going to school to learn and probably would have paid what 50,000 to get a document, to get a degree. Uh I'm before you now doing the same thing, learning about media, audio, editing, and just doing the little that I do, but so much to learn to be great and to take it to the next level. And if I really got serious with it, to really learn about the different functions of streaming and the YouTube verticals, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I'd be a bad boy with this, and I'd be one of the top podcasts, I think, as a competitor. But because, you know, it's a hobby to me, I'm not that invested like that. So, like I said, I'm not monetized. And if I ever became monetized, oh well. And, it's all good. I just like to come on and speak my opinions on things. And I appreciate the audience that I can do it to or do it before. And, you know, then I can show off a little drip. You feel me? Something unique, like the pieces I got on there. I got on the MK pieces. I ain't seen nobody on here rocking on MK pieces. So, yeah. So, you know, I get busy. I do this, you know what I'm saying? So, I'll give you something original, you know, and, yeah, you know, that's what's up with it, though. All right, let's get some go-go on the menu. You know how we do. You already know. Okay. Backyard at Cherry Blossom Festival down in DC.
here y'all go.
All right, this weekday signing off. Trying to get y'all an hour. Like, share, subscribe. And holler. Peace. If you ever come to DC, you make sure you go to a go-go. Or you haven't experienced DC. Remember that. Or you can call your boy. I'd be happy to be your tour guide. And I'll take you to go see one of our iconic bands. And trust me, you won't be mad about the experience. Huh.